So I've had this idea for a movie, and I want to pitch it to you and see what you think about it. Okay, so it's science fiction, but it's a comedy. It's weird, kind of dark, kind of like Zemeckis, Spielbergian, like you would see in the 80s, like Back to the Future, the Ghostbusters, the Goonies. You know, something that's sort of like a central MacGuffin, and then its hilarity and weird suspense continues. It's a rainstorm. It's a very dark and stormy night, so that's typical noirish setup right there. And then there's a young couple running across the road, and they're heading towards an open all-hours cafe that's brilliantly lit up. It looks great. Anyway, so they go inside the cafe, the door opens, they've got a little tree above there, like you can see in like the old people's shops, that sell everything, like the weird biscuits that they don't even make anymore. That's beside the point. In there, we find our main characters. They're sat in a booth, and there's a weird box in the middle of the floor, a table even. It's got a little blue line. It's about the size of a Rubik's Cube, and it's kind of futuristic and retro at the same time. This guy, Ed, who's our main character, is this sort of Joseph Gordon-Levitt kind of like idiotic intelligence about him that's kind of very endearing and kind of weird, and you don't know whether you're attracted to him or you want to be his best friend. Anyway, so he's the main character, and he's created this device, and he's basically explaining what it is to his friend, who's a girl called Carrie, and she's kind of like a nerd. She's like the yin to his yang, very grounded, very sort of dry, sort of like the Bill Murray, but female, and has boobs and stuff, I guess. But Ed's explaining to Carrie what this thing does, and basically he's created this device that's an undo button. So much like in a computer game, he makes a save point, and he can live however much amount of time afterwards, and then if he messes it up, he kills himself and he comes back to that point. So theoretically, he could make a save point when he's 21, live a full life, drop dead of a heart attack at 77, come back and be 21 again and get to do it all again, differently, the same, whatever, it's up to him. So that's the MacGuffin, that's the whole thing that this centers on. So the friend basically just thinks that, whoa, this is crazy, I can't believe you've done this. You could do literally anything with this. You could change the world. But he's not interested in the world. All he's interested in is this one thing, a girl. And the girl is just about to walk into the cafe at that moment. In she comes, and it's like time stops, it slows down. She's so incredible. She's cinematic in her beauty. She's radiant. She lights up the entire cafe. She should not be there, basically. So in she comes, and it's very clear that Ed's got a massive thing for her. He just wants to fall in love with her and have babies, and she won't go out with him. No matter what he does, she just basically flat out isn't interested. And that's where the MacGuffin comes in. That's where the device works, because now he's got an infinite amount of chances. Now he can set a save point, ask her out, doesn't work, blow his brains out, die, ask her out, doesn't work, blow his brains out, die, ask her out, doesn't work, blow his brain, die, and then do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again. To the friend, this is the most ridiculous, flagrant misuse of a time travel conceit. He's basically changing his destiny and her destiny to basically, he can't believe that he's doing this over and over and over and over and over and over again, because she can see that well, every little change he does could probably potentially change somebody else's life somewhere around the world, using the butterfly effect and this idea of chaos theory, that you change one small thing and something big happens. Tie your shoelace and somebody goes around you, and it's the difference between them falling in love or getting hit by a bus and their life ending. He's just like, well, I just want to be with the girl. And she's like, well, everybody just needs to keep living their life. You can't do this to people's destinies. So there's this whole back and forth between Ed and Carrie about the rights and the wrong, the morality of time travel, where you do it purposely to change the future. The friend realizes that to break this cycle, they have to get the girl to go out with the guy. There's got to be that one perfect formula to get this girl to go out with him. And that's the movie. How do we get the girl to fall in love with this guy using time travel as our ways of meeting the person of our dreams? How can we do that without completely destroying the universe? And I'm just hoping it's just going to be a very fun, different spin on the time travel cliche that's everywhere. So that's the movie, I guess, in a nutshell. Will they get the girl? I don't know. I'm going to do some more of these videos anyway, and hopefully you can keep watching them and see how we make this movie happen. And very exciting. So